Thanks for joining me. This is Black Cap Cafe Racer. I'm out on my, I think to be my final ride before I head down to the Salt. I like to quit the, had my last ride about 8 or 9 days before I head out. Thought I'd give you a little update from my last video. If you haven't watched that, that was the one where we did the test on the stabilization test on the windscreen. So since then, Jeff has fitted 2 new tires to the Rocket 3, and I took them up and had them balanced at Triumph Shop. They did that for us. Then we brought the bike back over to my house, and that's where it's at right now. And we had Roy come over, and Roy's going out there with us. He's the one with the 650 turbo and the RD350 and the Morgan 3 and all the good stuff. He came over and did the safety wiring on the rear wheel and the front forks. So now that's done. We thought about it a little bit, and Jeff wanted to go ahead and change the oil in Rocket 3, which I think was a good idea. So Mr. Bill and I drained the oil out, and Jeff brought the oil over, and we changed the oil and put a new oil filter on. I think maybe the only thing we're going to do now is before we head to the Salt is I'll do the air pressure right before we leave, and I'm going to take out just a little bit of fuel, I think, in there, maybe. My nephew, one of my nephews, John, and his son Colin are going to drive down to the Salt and join us out there on Monday, which will be kind of cool. Be glad to have them out there. Temperature right now on the Salt is when we get out there be almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll lose 22% of our horsepower on the first run, a little less probably on the second run because it'll be cooler in the morning, the air will be less, the density altitude will be lower. Now, I don't think we'll run the speed we ran on our test. We did a stabilization test. I don't think that's possible for several reasons. Obviously, the first reason is we're running on salt, which has a friction coefficient of not near what we did on asphalt. So you just can't accelerate as hard, and your tire slips a lot. And the second is the density altitude I mentioned. It'll be 4,000 feet higher, so we'll lose a lot more horsepower. Those are pretty much the main reasons. You just can't accelerate as fast, and you get so much wheel slippage, and the altitude robs you of so much horsepower. It'll be hard to get the speed we got out there, and also realize the speed on a speedometer is obviously, I think, an error. Like most speedometers, they read high. So, and the other part of it is when we run out there, we'll run for average speed. So we won't be running trap speed, the speed that you go out, like we caught on the stabilization test. It'll be an average speed over a mile, so that'll be quite a bit slower. If you go in a mile at 150 and you come out at 160, you're going to average 155. So we'll only give you average speeds. We may be able to attach a GPS or something one of the cameras will have GPS, but typically the GPS out in Bonneville Salt Flats is kind of hit and miss off the cameras. The cameras tend to overheat. I'll show you a picture of where we're mounting the cameras. We're going to try 3, although it's very difficult because it takes a while to turn them on, and they tend to overheat and you can't wait till the last second to turn them on because you hit the wrong buttons and don't turn them on. So if we get one of the 3 cameras, I'm thinking maybe the 360 is probably going to be the best bet for a camera. We'll mount one on the left side, put the GoPro 8 on the left side, the one I'm using now, and hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of voice through there, although you won't be able to hear a lot because you're going 155 or 60 miles an hour. It's quite noisy, and I'm thinking about other things other than talking to you. So then we'll put the 7, we'll put it on the right turn signal. Yes, the right turn signal. Then put the 360 up on the handlebar so it can look back at me and also see in front. I doubt we'll have a GPS reading. If we do, it'll be off of something we stash on the bike, and that'll give just the highest top speed we reached, not the average. And remember, folks, we go by the average out of Bonneville. Before I close out this video, I wanted to remind everybody that the giveaway for Bonneville ended on 7/30/2025 at midnight Greenwich Mean Time. We will be picking 2 winners out there on the salt, and we're going to pick those probably on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and I'll be repeating the information if you're the winner what you need to do. I'm releasing this video as we're on our way down to the Bonneville Salt Flats right now, so wish us luck and wish us good speed. Well, hopefully on the next video we'll have some speeds to report back from our first run, which shouldn't be as good as our second run. This Flat Cap Cafe Racer out for today. Bye, y'all. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.